Welcome to the Milsurp Mike channel. Last week on Instagram, one of the Milsurp guys did a New Editions 2021, hashtag New Editions 2021, and I went ahead and put a post up on New Year's Eve for that. I wanted to get a video on here to kind of cross the streams again a little bit, but I worked over 70 hours last week, so I was unable to get that, and I didn't really get some of the cooler New Editions on that post. So I'm going to guide you to there. My Instagram's down below. Check that out. And I've probably made videos on New Editions that I got from certain gun shows anyway this year. But I'm just going to make a video here to show a couple more New Editions that I had in 2021 and talk a little bit about my goals for 2022. Now, a couple of the ones that are on the Instagram posts that I am kind of proud of because they're kind of hard to get here in the U.S. Of course, the Mac 50. This is a good addition to the French collection. You know, not too many people in the U.S. have one of these. So there will definitely be a video on this sometime this year. Also, probably the other big one, other really good addition was the Rashid. I keep saying that I'm going to do a Hakeem and Rashid video from information I got from an interview with Miles Vining. I still plan on doing that, and I'm hoping that he's willing to actually do a collaboration still. I need to contact him again, but I just got busy. One, I wanted to have the land, and I wanted to have a place to shoot if he does come all the way over here. So I didn't get the land till August, and I still really need to get a good, at least 100-yard shooting range out there, so I can have good videos myself out there and maybe take some other people out there, because I know that I'll probably do a couple collaborations this year with like Milsurp World if I get a good range out there. I don't know if I want to do the 2-gun challenge with him and roll around out there, because there is a shit ton of poison ivy out there, and as I get older I found that I'm more and more allergic to it, so I don't want to be doing challenges where I'm rolling around on the ground. But anyway, we'll see what happens out there. Also, another addition that I got, just because I showed this off. This is a Winchester Hotchkiss Navy, and I will definitely have a video on this when I do my American collection. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the American collection this year or in the future. I kind of like to have like 10,000 subscribers before I do the American collection, because that's just something more people be into. But this was just an opportunity that presented itself, and I'm glad I was able to get it. Now, I shut off my Ruger PCC. I'm still putting that through its paces, and basically I have one last test I want to do with that before I do a total YouTube review on it. I mean, I've probably put about 500 or 600 rounds through it. I got to add them up, but I want to do one more test. I still have 100 rounds of this Winchester steel case ammo, so I kind of want to do a shit ammo test on it, because that Winchester steel case is absolute garbage. But another modern gun I got in last year is the Ruger 5.7, and of course you'll probably see a comparison between this and the FN 5.7 at some point, because early on in the Milsurp Mike channel I did a regular car review style parody of and I did a review on the FN 5.7. Kind of cringeworthy at some points, but I was trying to do a style parody and kind of do a review like Mr. Regular would. Now, going at the other end, I got a couple Rifes revolvers. I got this one at the Missouri Valley Show last year. This is a model 1883, and I was kind of hoping to get a model 1879. Well, this presented itself, but I don't know if you know much about the Rifes revolvers, but you'll notice that you kind of have this extra finger groove here, and you got another trigger in there. Like one trigger cocks the hammer, and the other one releases it. So it's kind of a weird double action Rifes revolver. But the thing that made me hesitate before buying this is that this was, as far as I knew, this was only found on the 1883, not the 1879. So this is kind of a odd duck, and this is probably definitely a private purchase. Whereas this definitely went to the military because this has unit markings on it on the butt plate. I was debating on whether or not to get this because I couldn't find anything where 1879 had the weird little kind of like the Smith and Wesson Model 3 little loop here and the double trigger. So I was trying to do research. I don't have any. I have a couple good old revolver books, but they don't really talk much about the Reichsrevolver. So I contacted Milsurp World. He really didn't know much, which he's a lot more in tune with Milsurps than I am, and that's probably why his channel's a lot bigger. Well, and he's probably better looking and more well spoken. But so I did something I don't like to do because I know he's a busy guy, but I actually texted Othias, and Othias like, oh, it's probably some weird private purchase. And then he asked me how much they were asking for it. In my mind, I was kind of going by the gun broker, what they were selling for stuff, but I still was debating on it, what they asked for. And when I texted him, I texted him what they were asking, and I said I'd like to get it down a little bit. And I get a call from South Carolina, and he's like, "You need to buy that." He's like, "If not, let me know and I'll buy it." So if Matthias tells you to buy something and you have the funds to do it, you probably should buy it. So this will definitely need some research on it. I'm looking at a book right now that's written in German, so I'm thinking about maybe buying it and doing Google Translate on it to maybe try to get a good video on this. Now, one thing that is weird, this one of the slide stops isn't working on this, so I need to look into that too. But this will definitely get a video on it. So, talking about goals for 2022, I look back over my videos in 2021, and I know it's kind of disappointed in myself that I was just looking over the gun history videos. I only made 11 gun history videos in 2011 or 2021. So, and I know I really tapered off, the last 3 or 4 months of the year, especially after I got the land and I got the tractor and just started doing stuff on the land, trying to get it ready for deer season. And I need to do a lot more on there to get it ready for deer season next year because I need to get some good shooting lanes. So I will, be working on that. But once I get a good shooting area out there, I'll actually have a nice place, only 20 miles away from here, and I don't have to worry about hanging out with public, like I did at Pigeon Hill. So I'm going to try to have a goal of 20 to 25 gun history videos this year. And also acquisition goals. One that I really been looking for, I would really like to get an unscrubbed Polish Mauser. I prefer Warsaw, but I won't, turn my nose up at an FB Ratum. But I really want an unscrubbed Polish Mauser because a lot of them went to the the Spanish Civil War and were scrubbed when they went there. And also a little kick that I'm kind of in right now is acquiring CZ pistols, as in, not calm down, Scotsman and Daniel, but I'm trying to get some like pre-war and then after war, and I kind of like to compare what CZ was making before the war to what they were making after the war. When they were kind of in the communist bloc and under the influence of the Soviet Union, where they had to, there's a difference in the pistols. So I would like to do a little series on, I like to do a video on the pre-war CZ pistols and an after-war CZ pistols. So that's something I would like to do. So anyway, like I said, I'd like to get, I'm going to try to do 20 to 25 gun history videos this year, along with other little crap like this mixed in. So anyway, this is just kind of a state of the channel. Good hashtag New Editions 2021 and goals for 2022. If you like what you see, please check out my Instagram. Well, as I said earlier, the New Editions 2021, I put a post on there that went over that. Twitter, Facebook, who I support on Patreon. And also, go to Utreon too, because they are trying to combine the functions of Patreon and YouTube into one, and they're not shunning gun tubers. They're actually inviting gun tubers. The CEO actually went down to IV88's shoot this year, and they're actually working closely with Othias to try to work bugs out and stuff. And hopefully, Utreon will actually be a good place for gun tuber content, especially if YouTube kicks us out, or be a good alternative platform that doesn't die like let's say Full30 or any of the other platforms. This is one that they're going slowly, they're working the bugs out, and it combines the features of Patreon and YouTube. So Patreon has problems with their payment receivers. Utreon is going to try to avoid that. Also, please join the GOA. Get $5 off with the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.